Okay, your homework for next time is to update your Slack account. If you have not yet created a Slack account, follow the invite link here. And if you have, you can go directly to the URL for our course workspace. The to-do list you'll find in Blackboard here is also in the announcements section of Slack. So when we sign into Slack, we're automatically in the announcements channel, and here is that same to-do list. The first thing on the to-do list is to update your profile. So let's click on the caret up here, go to Profile and Account, and it opens up this window here. You can edit your profile. So you should update your full name and display name, they should be the same thing, and add a profile photo. You should use the naming convention described in the to-do list. So start with your section number, let's assume 7, and then your first name, and then your Athens name, and then an acronym for your faction or non-faction if you are indeterminate, and use the same thing for display and public name. And then, of course, upload an image. Okay, I picked a fake image. I don't know why I didn't save my name. I picked a fake image because this is a fake account that I'm just walking you through the setup for, but you should pick a real image of yourself as I have done for my actual profile. Okay, so we learned how to add a profile and we learned how to change our names using this format. Next, join various channels. So if you look in the sidebar here, you'll see a heading that says channels and a couple of things here. If you can see something here, that means it is public or you have joined it. Anyone can see something posted to a public channel, whether or not they have joined that channel. If a channel is private, there'll be a little lock. I'll show you that in a moment. One thing that you'll notice is that announcements is brighter than these other channels. That's because although these are public, you have not joined these channels. The announcements channel is a place for course-wide communication and announcements. Everyone is automatically a member of this channel. To join other channels, if you can see it here, you can join it this way, but don't just join any old channel. Only join channels that have your section number after them. So the best way to do this is to go to Add a Channel. And here's all the channels in Slack. Join anything with your section number in it. So let's start with discussion. This is a place for general course discussion that isn't in role or in game. So this is a place to discuss questions about the text or to analyze arguments or talk about the homework, that kind of thing. So we just joined that channel. Now, once you've joined a channel, you can adjust notification preferences for a specific channel, and you can leave it, you could mute it, this kind of thing, but I'm not going to go into that. Let's continue joining things that have 7s in them. So the Agora, this is a channel for in-game purposes. The Agora was the city center of Athens, like the marketplace, a place for artistic, athletic, spiritual, and political life. So that's the name I've given to our public in-role communication channel. So this is a space to post anything in-game, in-role that you want to be public for anyone to read, if you have occasion to post such a thing. Let's see, next thing we have with a 7 on it is the Monument of the Eponymous Heroes. Let's join that channel. This is a place for speakers to post a short summary of their argument and argument map at least 24 hours in advance of assembly meetings. The Monument of Eponymous Heroes is or at least was a real thing in Athens that perhaps looked a bit like this, where citizens would post their proposals in advance of assembly meetings. So it's a fit name for this place where we will share our arguments in advance of assemblies. And this gives everyone a chance to know what arguments to expect and think about how they might respond to them. Once you have posted something, So I'll make a sample post here. You can begin a thread. So if somebody posts an argument to the Monument of Eponymous Heroes channel, you can respond in role. So if it's a position you agree with, you might be supportive, and if not, you might be critical of it. And again, this is in role for game purposes. Let's see, have we joined all of the things with 7s? It looks like we have. The only other channel that you might want to join that doesn't have a 7 is the random channel. This is a place to post random stuff. Stuff that is not inappropriate, but perhaps not strictly course related or academic. So if you find a great meme, this would be a good place to post it, perhaps. Okay, speaking of memes, you can post animated GIFs. I think that's something, though, that you would have to set up yourself. So if you go to add apps, there's actually a bunch of apps that you can connect to Slack, and one of the first ones you'll find is Giphy. Okay, once we've done that, now it should be when I post a \G, this will come up. If I click on it, then I can find a GIF, and then I can, oh, that's a classic, post it. So that's a fun thing that you can do. Let's go back to the announcements and look at our to-do list. Check, check. We joined all of our section channels. Next, add your public bio in role to your section's Agora channel. So go here and post your public bio here. Okay, then create and join private channels for your Xenia group and Athens faction, or any other subgroup that you might want to communicate within the game. If you don't have a faction, there might be individuals you want to communicate with, or even if you're in a faction, you might have private correspondences with one person in some other faction. Basically, make Slack your place for in-game communication. And if you create a private channel, invite me to it. So to create a channel, you go up here to this plus sign, and when you click on it, it'll open up prefixes that you should use to create your channel. So when creating a Xenia group channel, click this, it'll automatically add a prefix, and then you can create whatever you want. You should invite people to your channel, such as me and your other Xenia group members if you're the first to make it, and mark it to private. Likewise, do this for your faction. So that was one of the other options. For any other Athens channel, start it with Athens. Whether it's for a faction, a non-faction, any private channel that's within game, prefix it with your Athens plus section number. Last but not least, let's adjust our notification preferences. So we'll do that by going up here to Preferences. So choose how many notifications you would like to receive. I recommend one of the top 2. And then you can set time periods where you want notifications to be automatically disabled. You can change how you want them to display, and you can set desktop notifications and decide when you're active and when you're not here. So if you haven't been active, if you're not logged into it, you can choose to get emails instead. There's also a difference between your desktop notifications and your mobile notifications. So you'll definitely want to be sure to set, if you have this on both desktop and you've got the app on your phone, which I recommend, you should set your notifications separately there. And again, you can adjust your notifications on a channel by channel basis. in the channel sections, and you can decide which things go to mobile and which things are only on desktop. Okay, so that completes our Slack to-do list.